You are my peace.
Yeah.
You are my peace, and I worship you. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, all right.
But just remember that song. She got that from Isaiah. Isaiah talked about if you just keep your mind on thee, he will keep you in perfect peace. Amen. Now, how many want to be in perfect peace?
Yeah.
And how many actually wake up, go to your job, and there's just chaos on the job? Your boss is coming, fussing at you. You want to kind of tell your boss off, or you want to just slap the boss. But a lot of times, most of you can't do that, or you're going to lose your job. So you got to have peace wherever you go. You got to come in peace. You got to give him or her peace back, even if they don't give it to you.
Right.
So you got to be in perfect peace throughout and wherever you go. So let's dissect this. Now, if God is the Prince of Peace, if God is a God of peace, and He is the keeper of peace, then we also know that in Acts chapter 17, verse 28, he said, in Him we live, move, and have our being.
Amen.
So in Him we live and move and have our being. Then that's saying that we're supposed to be like Him, right?
Yeah.
So we're supposed to be Christ-like.
Yeah.
So we're supposed to be living in peace, moving in peace, and our entire being is supposed to be in what? In peace. Because it just said He's the Prince of Peace, He's the God of peace, He's the keeper of peace.
Amen.
And then it tells us that we're supposed to be acting like Him. We're supposed to be in Him. I live, I move, and I have my being. Okay, so that means that we're supposed to be Christ-like. So look at your neighbor and say, so you are supposed to be, my peace is, look at your neighbor and say, my peace is multiplicable. Your peace is multipliable. And there should be a multiple of peace coming from me. Amen. And so your peace, our peace should be multiplicable. Say multiplicable. So basically that just means it should be multiplied. Our peace should be multiplied because in Him I live, move, and have my being. And then He's the Prince of Peace, the God of peace, the keeper of peace. That means it should be our peace should be coming from us in every direction. It should be peace should live all over us. It should be all a part of us. It should be our very being. Amen? Okay, so we got to remember that we're going to have to do these following things. And we're going to have to make sure that we are living and moving, and our very being should be all about peace. We should be constantly giving out or sending out peace. Just like Prophetess Gloria said that when she walked in the room, her presence was, demanding or explanation. Because when you see someone standing over there and they say, go and speak to them, and you say, I'm going over there. But what make you say that? Because their vibe, their environment that they bring in, you sense, you can discern something coming from that person. Oh, no, she ain't looking right. She's not giving off a spirit of peace. Now, if you're giving off a spirit of peace, I'm gonna probably be more prone to come up to you because I can sense, I can discern that peace is coming from you. Amen. Okay, so even with school, even with the school age children, you're probably not going to try to go and make friends with that person if you don't sense a spirit of peace about that person. Even your boss, an adult. So it doesn't matter because people of all ages actually go through and they can discern, they can sense things coming from other people. And if you don't feel that presence, that peace from that person, you're not going to go to that person. How many have been confronted before? Has anyone ever been confronted by another person? Now, how many have been confronted and they came very loud, very angry, trying to confront you? Has anyone done that? And you didn't take that very well, did you? Okay, but how many would agree if they came up to you? Hey, how you doing? I just wanted to talk to you today about a little something that I thought about, the conversation that we had earlier. It didn't agree with my spirit, or you could say, I just didn't get a good feeling when I left, and it was on my mind all night. Can we talk about that? So I'm coming in peace. So she's more likely to receive what I have to tell her. Amen. So go in peace when you're trying, even when you're trying to confront. Really just I'm coming in love, I'm coming in peace. But you can get your point across to that person. You could be as angry as I don't know what, but if you sit down, pray about it, ask the Lord, Lord, help me. Pray before you go please pray before you go approach someone. Lord, help me to go in peace. Give me the right words to say. You may have your own words. Now, most of the time, we have our own words. But ask the Lord to give you the right words to say to that person, because your words may not be the right words.
That's right.
Now, it could be the words you want to say, but they may not be the right words. You have to go to that person in peace and in love and in joy. Amen. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm going to give you 5 tips on how to rule peace of God in your heart. Okay? All right, so that's what we want to do tonight. So since I have about 5 of them, I'm going to just, I already wrote my scriptures down on paper, so I'm going to read them to you. Okay, and you can follow if you want, but I'm going to just keep going. Now, in Isaiah 32:18, it says, my people will live in a peaceful habitation, and in secure dwellings, and in undisturbed resting places. My people will live in peaceful habitation and in secure dwellings and in undisturbed resting places. Basically, Isaiah is talking about live in peace. Live in peace. That's the first tip. Live in peace. Now, this particular scripture is actually a physical attribute. Live. They're saying peaceful living dwelling. So, if you're actually you got to make sure that your living environment is peaceful. Okay, both spiritual and natural. But let's talk about the natural first, the physical. Make sure where you're living, where you're dwelling, is peace. You got to have a peaceful home. How many want to come home from a long day's work to a peaceful home? Yep. Do you want to come home with the children kicking the dog and your husband fussing? Where's my food? I mean, that's not peaceful to me. If I'm coming and I'm being greeted like that, I probably want to go back out the door. So I want to come home to a peaceful environment. Your husband don't want to come home from a long day of work and you up there talking about all your problems. Give him time. My husband, he has to give me some cues because I want to tell him all about my day, and he'll say, give me a few minutes. Give me a few minutes, because you need to come home to a peaceful environment. Your children need to come home from school. Sometimes they have bad days. You need to come home to a peaceful environment. So make sure that you anoint your house, home with, or pray over your home, making sure that your home is a place of peace. Because the world is not going to give it to you. You got to make sure you at least have a dwelling place that you can come home and have a peace of mind, a resting place. And even in the spirit, you want to make sure you're dwelling in peace, with a peace of mind every day. Amen. The second tip is from Psalms 34:14. It says, depart from evil and do good, seek peace and pursue it. So it's seek peace. Okay, so first you need to live in peace, and then you need to be seeking peace. Now, why do you think they said we need to seek peace? You need to seek peace because it's not going to be with you all the time. You have so many evil things and evil spirits out there in the world today. You're going to have to constantly seek peace. It's not going to follow you. It's not going to be there to greet you. When you go on your job, you have a co-worker there. They're not going to always be there to greet you with a smile. You got to seek, constantly seek. Seek means what? Look. Constantly look for the peace. Okay, I'm going over here. Oh, they fight. Okay, I'm looking somewhere else because I'm not going to go over there and dwell amongst them because I'm constantly seeking peace. A place where I can reside, a place where I can go, a place where I can communicate with other people. I'm gonna be nice, I'm gonna love you, but I'm not gonna just sit there at my job every day if you're on my lunch break and all y'all doing is gossiping. I need to find me a quiet place. I need to find me a secret place. Sometimes you can skip lunch and go find you a secret place. A place of peace where you can just commune with your own heart, in your own heart. So make sure you're constantly seeking that perfect place, that peaceful place, that secret place. Amen? Amen. Okay, and the third tip is Psalms 85:8. Psalms 85:8 says, I will hear what God, the Lord, will speak, for he will speak peace unto his people and his saints, but let them not turn again to folly. So this scripture is talking about speak peace. Okay, so if you're coming from a home, you're dwelling in peace, you're living in peace, then you're constantly going out seeking peace, then you need to be speaking peace. Because sometimes you can't seek the peace unless you're speaking it. Because if you're going out looking for it and you don't see it right away and you just come, you're speaking it. Praise the Lord. Or if you're at work, sometimes you can't talk a lot of, Christians. You can't even quote scripture sometimes at work. Like me at my job, I can't really quote that. I can't quote it to the students because I work in the school system. But I am speaking peace to the let it speak for you. But I'm speaking peace to you, even as a student. I have students fussing, want to fight. Do you think I get in the middle? Yeah, I tell you. Yeah, he's right. She's right. You should not be doing this. Or why don't you go over there and slap him? Because you think I'm supposed to tell my students that? But what if I break it up with love and kindness and peace? All right, why don't we come in my office? Let's sit down and let's talk about it. I'll let you speak first, and then we'll let the other person speak, and then we'll see if we can come to a resolution about the whole matter. And most of the time, I don't have any problems with my students because I just brought them into my office, an office of peace. I even tell them sometimes that this is the office of peace and love. I tell them, I said, now, we're not coming up in here with all this fight. We're going to sit down. I'll give both of you a chance to talk about it. We're going to come up with a solution. And then they sit there. I want to brag on myself, but they love me. They love Miss Noble. And they constantly want to come back, and I have to send them back to class because they want to stay and talk about all their problems. Then it turns into gossip, and I just have to send them home because they just want to continue to talk. They want to tell me everything. Sometimes I don't have time. But I set the environment, the tone, peace, and that's what I tell them. So it works for me at my job as well. Okay, so seeking peace. And then the fourth tip is coming from Matthew 5:9. It says, blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. That's right. So we want to make peace. Okay, so we want to live in a place of peace. We want to seek peace. We want to speak it, and we want to make it. And that's kind of going hand in hand with what I just said about speaking peace. You have to make peace sometimes. Sometimes you have to be a peacemaker. Sometimes you have to be a mediator. How many have had to be a mediator on your job? And you're making peace. You're a peacemaker. And sometimes, if it wouldn't be for you, then a lot of people go on. You actually let the Lord use you, and you stop the fight. You stop the argument. You stop grown people from acting like children. Because adults want to fight too. How many see a lot of adults actually fight, physically fighting? I mean, it's just ridiculous. But how are we going to be an example for our young people if we're out here fighting and causing a disturbance? I see a lot of people on the street, if two men, drinking and they're drunk and you see them fighting on the street and fussing and the children just walking by shaking their head, looking at them like, but we need to be peacemakers. We need to be the ones who are intervening, showing our young people how it should be done. Amen. So we need to be good role models for our young people as well. Be a peacemaker. Okay, not a troublemaker. Okay, be a peacemaker, not a troublemaker. And the last one comes from Ephesians 6:15. And your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. So walk in peace. Walk in peace. Now that's both spiritual and natural, because if you remember Ephesians 6, they talk about put on the whole armor of God. Okay, so that all those things was spiritual first, and then in the natural sense. So if you're talking about your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace, so you're gonna have to prepare your feet before you go out, before you start walking in it. You got to make sure that you're prepared. So before you leave your home, prepare yourself. On your way to your job, prepare yourself before you walk into that building. Okay, prepare yourself before you actually go into the certain or the particular environment. Shod your feet. Shod your feet with preparation of the gospel of peace. Amen. Walk in the Spirit. Okay, it's not physical. It's not just physical, but you need to walk in the Spirit. Amen. Okay, so when you are approaching something, when you're doing something, make sure that your lifestyle is you're living for you. Make sure that you are indeed walking in the Spirit. Okay, make sure that you are doing all of these things, and if you actually do them, think about it. Live in peace, seek peace, speak peace, make peace, and walk in peace. If you're constantly doing that, it's going to go round and round in a circle like a domino effect. Live, seek, peace, speak, make peace, and walk in peace. And then you come back home, you do the same thing over and over again. You're living, you're seeking, you're speaking, you're making, you're walking. You're living, you're speaking, you're making, you're seeking, you're walking. You're living, you're seeking, you're speaking, you're making, you're walking. It's a domino effect. It's constant. And that's how your life should be for you. You should be living in peace, moving in peace, and having your very being in peace, because it's in Him. You should live, move in Him. I live, move, and have my being. So if you're doing all of those things, then remember, then you're going to be doing it for Christ, because He is Christ. He is Christ, and God is a God of peace. He's the Prince of Peace, and He's the Keeper of Peace. So remember those things, because we need to make sure that we are doing everything in peace. Amen. Amen. And so that's my dissecting of peace for you today.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. Now we just been educated on how to walk.